at November 2024. The Super Falcons lashed the Green Ladies 2-0 and 4-1 in games played in Ikenne, Remo and Lagos respectively, with a good number of home-based professionals showing great promise in the squad coached by Justin Madugu. This month encounter with the Blues will take place at the Stade Raymond Kopa in the city of Angers with kickoff set for 9:30 p.m. France time. While the Blues are happy to take the game as part of their preparations for the League of Nations in the spring and the 2025 UEFA Euro Women's Championship in Switzerland in the summer. The Super Falcons will welcome the encounter as part of process for blooding a new squad, as well as another test ahead of the 2025 Women African Cup of Nations in Morocco next summer. It is the only 7th time in their history that the Blues will play in the city of Angers. Yes, talking about the Super Falcons facing the female national team of France. That's definitely a great match for the Super Falcons as the bloody new players into their rank and file. Let's move on with other big stories. Still staying in Spain, we got a story that has to do with Kelechi Iheanacho. Barely 3 months after joining Spanish side Sevilla on a free transfer, Nigerian international Kelechi Iheanacho has been mooted for a general transfer move from the club. Sevilla announced the signing of the 28-year-old in August with the former Leicester City player whose contract with the Foxes expired at the end of last season, pending a 2-year deal with the Andalusian club. Last season, Iheanacho played majorly fringe roles in the Foxes' return to the English Premier League, scoring 6 goals and providing 3 assists in 26 appearances. His fortune has not changed either since joining Sevilla. The Nigerian has made just 6 appearances and played a mega 282 minutes from a possible 1,080 minutes in the Spanish League. While he is yet to get his first La Liga goal, the former Leicester City man opened his goal account for Sevilla in the Copa del Rey, a first-round clash against Modest Madrid club Las Royas. Meanwhile, Iheanacho grabbed the base as Sevilla defeated Rosas 3-0 to progress to the next round of the Spanish Cup. Let's also let you know that the Super Eagles forward got his first and Sevilla's second around the hour mark when he tapped in from close range from Joan Lu Sanchez cross. He doubled his tally in the 79th minute, initially laying off the ball to his teammate for an easy finish. Iheanacho had to take the chance for himself after Fernandez failed to take the assist. Despite the brace, the Nigerian was dropped to the bench once again in their 2-0 defeat to Real Sociedad over the weekend. Meanwhile, Garcia Pimenta sent him in 10 minutes before the end of the game. Also letting you know that Iheanacho had the chance to reduce the deficit, but he spoiled the glorious chance after rounding the goalkeeper. He could not wrap his foot around the ball to get the shot on target, with only the post at his mercy. Unlike his compatriot Chidera Ejuke, who has hit the ground running since joining Sevilla-based outfit, Iheanacho is yet to impress at his new club, and it's abundantly clear that nothing has changed after 3 months. Meanwhile, Sevilla clearly expected more from him, however, and now Estadio Deportivo suggesting that the La Liga side could look to sell him as early as January. Meanwhile, according to Capology, the Nigerian is the second highest earner in the first team squad behind Saul Niguez with his £76,907 weekly wage. His underwhelming performance since joining the club has led to fans and stakeholders questioning whether he is deserving anywhere close to that wages and are considering shipping him out of the club. Alright, that's concerning Iheanacho. We're hoping that Kelechi Iheanacho will be able to turn things around for his Spanish side, Sevilla. Alright, Still staying with the La Liga news, let's give you this one concerning one other player who is wanted by the Galacticos, talking about Real Madrid. Let's say that Spanish giants of Real Madrid have joined in the race for informed Ademola Lookman, with the UEFA Champions League holders hoping to bring the Nigerian to Santiago Bernabeu as a possible replacement for Vinicius Junior. Lookman has been in scintillating form since joining Atlanta from RB Leipzig in 2022 for 9.35 million euros plus bonuses, amassing 39 goals and providing 23 assists in 19 competitive appearances for the Italian side, and has been linked with the hosts of top European clubs. Meanwhile, the 27-year-old was closer to joining Paris Saint-Germain in August, with Sports Zone reporting that the player had reached personal agreement with the French giant. Last season, Lookman featured in 45 matches, scoring 17 goals and providing 10 assists. His standout moment came in the UEFA Europa League final against Bayern Leverkusen, where he netted a stunning hat-trick to secure the trophy for Atlanta. He has not shown any sign of slowing down this season and has chipped in 7 goals and provided 5 assists from 12 appearances. Though Atlanta were able to hold on to the Nigerian during the summer transfer window, they may be forced to cash in on him anytime soon, with several clubs vying for his signature following another impressive season. Meanwhile, let's let you know that the Galacticos of Madrid are preparing for a possible departure of their star forward Vinicius, with Al Hilal reportedly preparing a second breaking 300 million euros bid for the Brazilian, whose transfer fee could eclipse Neymar's 222 million euros move to Paris Saint-Germain from Barcelona in 2017. But let's just let you know that according to Spanish outlet Figueres via Futbolero, the Saudi Pro League club are eyeing Vinicius as a lucky addition and potential replacement for Neymar, who could leave Al Hilal by the season's end. Meanwhile, the Los Blancos have turned their attention to Lookman as a strong candidate to fill the void should the deal for the Brazilian go through. Alright, so we might just be seeing Ademola Lookman make it to Real Madrid, and that will be super exciting to have a Super Eagles striker Ademola Lookman don the jersey of Real Madrid. He becomes a Galactico. Alright, so let's come back home and talk about this team, El Kanemi Warriors, are in the news again. Let's just let you know that head coach of El Kanemi Warriors, Aliou Zubairu, says the club's philosophy revolves around building structure and not players. The Flying Eagles handler, who recently guided the team to win the 2024 WAFU Zone B Under-20 Championship in Lomé, Togo, made this declaration while releasing El Kanemi's bright start to the MPFL 2024-2025 season, where they are unbeaten in 10 matches. The Gaffer emphasized that consistency, building a strong team structure rather than individual player development, has been instrumental in maintaining the team's performance level, adding that he is fully focused on building a robust, disciplined team framework where both regular starters and bench players receive the same training intensity and tactical preparations. This, he believes, is the key to El Kanemi Warriors being the only unbeaten team after 10 games this season, despite his recent absence due to the WAFU B national duties. He harped on the ideal age of developing coachable players, emphasizing the potential of young players aged between 15 and 22. All right, still talking about the coach of El Kanemi Warriors, talking about Aliou, who also praised Kwara United as a prime example of a club investing in youth and urged fans to be patient with the team as young players represent the future of the club and the league. He concluded by expressing gratitude to the mentors Kadri Ihana and Abdul Mekaba, and not forgetting John Obo and Tunde Sani, whose guidance has shaped his coaching philosophy and approach, contributing to his career success. All right, still talking about economy, just for you to know that Economy Warriors defeated Katsina United 1-0 on Sunday in Maiduguri, a win that moved them up from 5th to 4th on the log with 16 points, 5 points adrift of leaders Remo Stars, and second place Rivers United, while Eyimba Faba, the People's Elephant, are third with 18 points. All right, that's enough for Economy Warriors. Let's move on to, we've got some news concerning Sarah R, where the news is about a Nigerian prospect. That's what we're looking at next. A Nigerian prospect is in the news this morning. Just to let you know that the Nigerian prospect, Ekato, battles with Balotelli for Genoa Sport, is a big headline coming from the Sarah R this morning. Let's let you know that Nigerian descent Jeff Ekato is up in a competition with Mario Balotelli for a starting spot in Genoa's attacking line following the latter's arrival at the club last week. The 17-year-old has been having a splendid run with the side since the start of the season, starting 2 of his 9 appearances with a goal in the kitty. He has been basking in European prominence with Ballon d'Or Player of the Year winner Yamin Lamal, the only player younger than Ekato to have scored and provided an assist in 5 major European leagues. The arrival of the Maverick Balotelli means Ekato needs to double his effort, as underscored in Monday's trip to Parma, where he was pulled off 4 minutes from relegation time for the former Manchester City striker in the game week 11 fixture at the Estadio Ennio Tardini. Meanwhile, a typical Genoa product, Ekato, who was promoted to the first team in the summer, has only 1 goal to his name recorded in the 5-1 defeat to Atlanta in the game week 7 fixture at the Greece Stadium. Meanwhile, born in Genoa, Italy, to Nigerian parents, Ekato started playing football at the Don Bosco, a grassroots club based in the Sampdoria Arena in Genoa, after being noticed by the scouts of Sampdoria Virtus Etela and Genoa. He joined the latter's club youth academy at the age of 8. He then came through the Rosso Bolus youth ranks, as he eventually featured both for the under-18 and under-19 teams during the 2023-2024 season, helping the former side win the national title. Let's just also let you know that he started training with Genoa's first team during the pre-season camp under manager Alberto Gilardino, and made his professional debut for the club, coming on as a substitute in the 84th minute of the 1-0 win over Reggiana in the first round of the Coppa Italia on August 9, 2024. So hopefully he's likely to play for Italy or the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So mark that name out, Ekato. He's a player to watch out for the future. All right, I'll still give you a big stories. Let's take this before we go for a quick break. Let's take this story concerning Super Eagles striker. His name, Victor Osimhen. Yeah, Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen has returned to training with Turkish champions Galatasaray after being absent since last week. Osimhen has been a reliable asset to Galatasaray since he joined the club on a season loan deal from Napoli in the summer. The 25-year-old striker has formed a strong partnership with Dries Martins and Mario Icardi, contributing 4 goals and 4 assists in 7 appearances for the Rams this season. His last game was against Besiktas last week, and he even scored the winning goal in a 2-1 win. However, he got off that game with some discomfort, and that kept him out of training for for 3 days. Meanwhile, Galatasaray were taking precautionary measures to prevent an overload on the Super Eagles striker. Still, there were fears due to Osimhen's bad injury record. However, those talks have now been put to rest as Galatasaray shared pictures of Osimhen in training on Monday. He looked in good shape as he trained with members of the first team. Meanwhile, the next assignment for Osimhen is a Europa League fixture against Tottenham on Thursday. The former Lille man has failed to find the net in his first 2 Europa League games, and he will be hungry to get on the score sheet against Tottenham Hotspurs. Hopefully that would fire Galatasaray to where they want to be. All right, let's go for a very quick break. When we return from the break, we've got some stories as regards last night's UEFA Champions League, where Man City were torn apart in Lisbon. A big one and a big win for Pep Guardiola. The man Amorim is on fire. Alright, welcome back from the break. You still talk sport, and the king of sport, Andrew Momodu, be my name. Still ready with all the big stories making the rounds as we give you all the top news in the world of sport. From Victor Osimhen coming back to training in Galatasaray. Good news for Gala and also the Super Eagles of Nigeria, especially as Nigeria gets set to round up its AFCON 2025 qualifying matches. And we've got ours for the 2026 World Cup coming. Talking about the US, Canada hosting the next World Cup in 2026. All right, let's get into action as regards what played out last night in the UEFA Champions League as Pep Guardiola was taught some very good lessons. Let's begin with the story that a hat-trick from Victor Gyökeres secured the Sporting Lisbon's a resounding 4-1 victory over Manchester City in the UEFA Champions League clash at the Estadio José Alvalade in Lisbon on Tuesday night. The 26-year-old Swede, tutored as a potential replacement for City forward Erling Haaland, brought his side back to life after Phil Foden's goal just 4 minutes into the game. Gyökeres later scored twice from the penalty spot, delivering Manchester United-bound coach Ruben Amorim a convincing win. Foden pounced on a loose ball before firing a deflected 15-yard shot past goalkeeper Franco Israel. Just minutes later, Gyökeres broke through the Man City defense, going one-on-one with Ederson, but failing to convert the golden opportunity. He, however, found the equalizer for the home side in the 38th minute, holding off Akonji before clipping the ball over Ederson into the net. After the first half break, Sporting took the lead with a striker from Maximiliano Araujo in the 46th minute. And meanwhile, the Sporting star Gyökeres Perez registered his second with a well-taken penalty in the 49th minute, sending Edison the wrong way. Haaland was unlucky when his penalty struck the crossbar in the 69th minute after a review showed Bernardo Silva attempt had hit a Sporting defender's arm. The Norwegian target man was unable to revive the team's chances, and so Gyökeres left the visitors stunned in the 80th minute with yet another penalty. Although Edison guessed correctly, this time the ball found its way into the net. It was a tough outing for Pep Guardiola's men as they failed to achieve a favorable result in Lisbon. All right, a good one there, and that's victory. Obviously a sweet one for Sporting Lisbon, but a bad day for the blue side of Manchester. And one of the star players is still talking this morning on TalkSport. Let's tell you the story regarding Bernardo Silva. Claims, yes, Bernardo Silva admitted that Manchester City are in a dark place after 3 straight competitive defeats for the first time in 6 years. City were humbled 4-1 by Ruben Amorim's Sporting on the manager's final home game before taking reins at Manchester United next week. Pep Guardiola branded his players emotionally unstable in giving away 2 penalties for hat-trick hero Victor Gyökeres after a second half capitulation, which also saw Erling Haaland miss a penalty in the Portuguese capital. A fired-up Guardiola disagreed with Sevilla's assessment, maintaining that City, who took an early lead through Phil Foden, were much improved from the weekend defeat at Bournemouth, and the Catalan, out of contract in the summer, insisted that the dip in result is giving him extra energy. Guardiola claimed that the goals are hard to come by for City, with a number of missed opportunities before Sporting went ahead seconds after the break. Okay, that's still talking about Man City's loss yesterday against Sporting Lisbon. We've still got one man trying to take a dig at his rival, talking about Rio Ferdinand, who legend of Manchester United, trying to take a dig at the blue side of Manchester. And Rio Ferdinand has joked that Pep Guardiola will be scared after his Man City side suffered a 4-1 loss to incoming Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim in the Champions League. Amorim was the focus of attention on Tuesday night as he took charge of his final Sporting Lisbon home match before joining Manchester United. The 39-year-old enjoyed a perfect farewell as his side fought back from 1-0 down to earn a stunning victory over Man City. Informed striker Victor Gyökeres scored a hat-trick for the host, with Maximiliano Araujo also on target. The result was Man City's heaviest defeat since September 2020 and consigned the Guardiola side to the 3rd straight loss in all competitions. Meanwhile, former Manchester United star Rio Ferdinand, speaking on TNT Sports, claimed the current Red Devil squad would be entrusted by Amorim's arrival and excited by Amorim's arrival after watching the Champions League match. Meanwhile, Ferdinand then joked that Guardiola would be afraid of Amorim's move to Manchester United, where he starts work on November 11th, but considered it would take time to turn around their fortunes. All right, that's big one there coming about, talking about Man City's loss yesterday to Sporting Lisbon. All right, we're still talking Champions League matches, and the result that went down last night, it was a very good one for those who say they never walk alone. Talking about Liverpool and talking Anfield. Let's take you to Anfield, where the big story says it was the hardest blow landed on Xavi Alonso since Nigel de Jong turned into Jackie Chan and Kung Fu kicked him in the chest in the 2010 World Cup final. His German champions were not just beaten but embarrassed by the club, which holds such a big place in his heart. His homecoming started and ended well with a respectful touch of the "This is Anfield" sign on the arrival and a rousing rendition of his name by the club at full time, but everything in between saw his Bayer Leverkusen team outclassed by Liverpool, and Arne Slot. Luis Diaz scored a second-half hat-trick after starting as a number 9. Meanwhile, Mohamed Salah kept up his case by being not just the club's greatest goal scorer but best creator, and Arne Slot again showed why he and not fans' desired choice. Alonso was the right man to replace Jurgen Klopp all along. Yet, despite all those talking points, the highlights came from Curtis Jones and his exquisite assist to kickstart Liverpool's rout. It was one of those moments which separate world-class midfielders from the bog standard, and with a vision that believes most of the stadium sat up in the main stand, or club 99% of the ground would not have seen the pass was on. That would not try it, never mind pulling it off. But if there was one man who would have spotted it, that would be the chap in the pristine white trainers in the way technical area was the man Xavi Alonso, who got beaten yesterday by 4 goals, and it tells you how devastating Liverpool can be on their night. All right, let's take you to Old Trafford. We've got some stories coming out from Old Trafford concerning the Manchester United penalty decision. Let's let you know that the hotly contested penalty decision, which preceded Erik ten Hag's sacking by Manchester United, should not have been awarded. Referees Chief Howard Webb has reportedly admitted Gerard Bowen buried the stoppage time penalty as West Ham sunk United 2-1 on October 27, and Ten Hag was sacked the next day. The Dutchman slammed the unfair and unjust penalty decision, with Matthijs de Ligt adjudged to have fouled Danny Ings, but the defender argued the striker had handled the ball. Referee David Coates did not initially award a penalty, but overturned his call after being called to the monitor by VAR. Meanwhile, Michael Oliver and mulling over it for 2 minutes. Now the Time reports that Webb, the chief refereeing officer of the PGMO, thinks that the call was a mistake and has voiced that opinion. The athletes also did raise concerns. Let's go for a quick break. When we return, the program continues. Stay with us. All right, welcome back from the break. It's still Talk Sports, and for us, let's just get a feel of some local football matches that went down in the FCT. Then when we return back, we'll be giving some story concerning Cristiano Ronaldo, who has scored his 908 career goal. We'll be looking at what this means for the man Cristiano Ronaldo, and if he's likely to meet his target of 1,000 career goals is what he's looking at achieving. We'll take two more stories after the short break. Let's get some bit of local action in the world of football. Stay with us. All right, before that footage comes on, let's just give you some other stories as regards what's playing out with Cristiano Ronaldo. Like I told you, he has scored additional goal. Let's just let you know that the Portuguese and Al Nassr forward Cristiano Ronaldo has scored his 908 career goal in his side's 3-0 win at the break against Al in FC in the Champions Elite League competition. Ronaldo's 31st minute strike brings his total to 908 goals for both club and country, as the 39-year-old shows no sign of slowing down. The goal is his 73rd in the 82 appearances for Al Nassr. Guinness World Record celebrates Ronaldo's 900th career goal with the comment, talking about the greatest of all-time comment GOAT. Recall that after reaching the milestone of 900 career goals, Guinness World Record acknowledged him as the greatest of all time. All right, moving from that greatest of all time, Cristiano Ronaldo, we hope he'll be able to achieve his 1,000 goal career, dream. And meanwhile, he scored 908 means he has so much more to do, about less than 100 more for him to score, and he's going to get to that mark. All right, let's take you to Arsenal, where Arsenal supporters have received a significant boost on Tuesday as Martin Odegaard was spotted participating in full training at the Subha Reality Training Center. Odegaard had been sidelined for the past 2 months due to ankle injury sustained during international duty for Norway in September, causing him to miss 12 straight matches. His return comes at a crucial time with the Gunners set to face Inter Milan in the Champions League showdown. Meanwhile, Arsenal Premier League hopes hit by Newcastle defeat in September. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta declined to rule out captain Odegaard for the North London derby against Tottenham, despite concerns that the key midfielder could be sidelined for weeks. Odegaard suffered an ankle sprain on international duty with Norway earlier this season. All right, let's go for a very quick break. When we come back, we'll be getting some footage as regards local football and the FCT. Stay with us. All right, welcome back from the break. It's still Talk Sports, and we give you the big news that Man City got walloped by 4 goals to 1 by Sporting Lisbon, whose coach, Ruben Amorim, will be moving to Manchester United, and that is a plus for Manchester United. That's going to give the coach the needed confidence when he gets to the EPL to get 1 and if not 2 over Pep Guardiola when they'll be meeting in the Manchester derby for the next foreseeable future. All right, we told you that we had some clip as regards local football, grassroots football, keeping fit and also playing the round leader game in the FCT. Let's look at what played out when Lykemen's Football Club had a get-together football tourney in the FCT.
one is.
I don't play with another, so I don't know. Okay, we can pass. Best of luck. Let's go. Take side. We are done. Okay. Let's pray. Let's pray.
Elastic tournament held every year in the Federal Territory, Abuja, Nigeria. Lush Green Television sets to catch live all the big moments in this very historic match, and Musa from will be covering all the Federation Association. It's a classic one, and we've got two teams, Amistar FC taking on
Nice one, move forward. Move forward with the ball. Yes, man, next time you move.
Zina FC in Lush Green. Yes, they are with the ball. Zina already looking forward into the attack. We've got their jersey number 10. Alright, number 10 jersey for Origi. That's Origi there.
Move on.
Tries to beat his man, still with the ball. He finds tries to find number 9, Jesse Rashman, who misses. Alright, the ball goes to the goalkeeper.
Stop that man.
Defender who takes a long one.
Nice one.
Traps the ball, fails to hold on to the ball. Sends it back to the waiting hands of the goalkeeper of Zina FC.
Go. Nice one, turn. Go, continue. Nice one.
Stay on place now.
And now we're witnessing action already. We are just 5 minutes into the game. And the goalkeeper of Zina is going up to pick up the ball.
Charlie, you are even disturbing my camera. Maybe stand one side.
Alright, we're waiting for the ball to be kicked into play. The referee blows his whistle for the restart of the match of the Light Ones Football Tournament.
Follow him, my brother.
He's got Origi with the ball. He misses the ball. He's been taken from him.
The ball out.
Alright, another infringement there. Player is down. Yes, the player is on number 7. Oh, yes, he scored the PRO of Amistar FC. And he takes the free kick.
Nice ball. Who is there, buddy? Eddie, stop him. Nice one. Oh, yeah, go like that, buddy. Only you. Go like that. That's my best goal.
A chance for Amistar FC there.
Follow.
All right, ball kicked out, and the referee says, hold on, do not make that throw. Let's sort out some details there.
This guy doesn't stay well. Please stay one side now.
Yeah, here comes the ball. What does he do? Takes a very long run like the lap we do in the English league some seasons ago. Into the ATM.
Take that ball back. Allow that ball.
CJ, settle down, sit back. In control of the ball, spotting Jesse number 4. What does he do? He finds his fellow teammate who takes a long one there. And the goal safe hands into the hands of the Amistar goalkeeper.
Yeah, nice one. Control your ball. Teddy
not Teddy the rat man, but Teddy the cat, yeah. Spotting Jesse 1-1-1.
What Emeka?
For Amistar FC. Was one of the best goalkeepers in last season's edition of Light Ones Football. Oh, what a dribble there.
It's too much time. Open your eye and look.
A chance. Oh, that's a close one. Oh, Piano playing. That was joking. Origi there. But he has been stopped.
Ref. Okay.
All right. Go. A throw in now.
I go score goal, don't worry.
Tournament 2024 in honor of Honorable Mark, the man, a lawmaker who's doing great things for sports in Nigeria and from his constituency. And show credit to the entire leadership of White Boys Football Club, making sure that this tournament goes on. A long one, Zina about to take a throw. Number 6 jersey for Zina, Emeka there. What does Emeka do? The referee tells him, take off your handband. Yes, when you're playing international football, you don't wear accessories. And they say, Emeka now, he goes back. What does he do? Tries to take a long one, like the lap. Yes, he signals to his teammate, Zina, tries to incur a long one from Emeka there. And trying, yes, there's number 6 jersey there for Amistad. Bassi there, clearing the ball. Danger, knocking it off, and it's going to be a corner kick now. Zina still there, Moka waiting to cross the ball. It's the opening ceremony, opening game cracker between
No, Bimbo, come back. Bimbo, come back. Stand behind the quarry.
Like my football club and tournament. A chance, oh. Yes, Zina, the Metal Jersey. Oh no, he has been stopped there. And Amistad clears their lines well, but Zina still trying to make it forward there. Otis couldn't get the ball, too heavy. Yes, as heavy as Eddie Hazard was when he moved to Real Madrid.
CJ, what, Emeka?
Alright, Blasi finds his man there, PRO number 7. Oh, what a pass, non-looking pass, trying to mimic Cristiano Ronaldo there, but his teammate didn't get the message.
Emeka, don't.
Alright, that's a free drop there.
Emeka, don't give that kind of pass now.
FC, one all great jersey there. And the referee says number 8 man was brought down. Joshua brought down there an infringement. And the referee says stand up and let the game begin. And
DJ! Calm down.
In honor of Honorable Mark Obeta Copper 2024. And 2 breaking the picking up the tournament. It's Amistad FC versus Zina FC.
Follow now.
Yes, Terry there. One of the best goalkeepers for last tournament. Almost dropping the ball. And it's Zina there clearing the lines, long one there, but PRO number 7 jersey for Amistad, making sure that the defense was well mentioned there. Alright, still Emeka leaves the ball for Zina. Okay, yes, Emeka now goes there for a long throw. He throws a long one there. Hey, alright, what's up?
All right, that's grassroots action there, football at his own level, where we had some persons trying to kick around the later game, and that game ended 2-0 in favor of the sides on the white jersey. All right, just to wrap it up, we've got some, just to remind you of some of our top stories before we call it a wrap on today's edition. Just to let you know that Super Eagles striker and Atlanta forward, in the person of Ademola Lookman, is in the news big time this morning as Spanish giants Real Madrid have joined in the race for the informed Ademola Lookman, with the UEFA Champions League holders hoping to bring the Nigerian to the Santiago Bernabeu as a possible replacement for Vinicius Junior. Lookman has been in scintillating form since joining Atlanta from RB Leipzig in 2022 for 9.35 million euros plus bonuses, amassing as much as 39 goals and providing 23 assists in 19 competitive appearances for the Italian side, and has been linked with a host of top European clubs. We've got Paris Saint-Germain, also one of the teams. Just to let you know that the 27-year-old was close to joining Paris Saint-Germain in August, with the Sports Zone reporting that the player had reached a personal agreement with the French giants. Also, just for you to know that last season, Lookman featured in 45 matches, scoring 17 goals and providing 10 assists. And his standout moment was in the UEFA Europa League final, where a team who had not lost any match in the whole of the Bundesliga, talking about Bayer Leverkusen, that has 2 Nigerians, talking about Victor Boniface and Nathan Taylor. Those are 2 Nigerians in Bayer Leverkusen who had not lost any match in the entire 2023-2024 season of the Bundesliga. Lookman had hat-trick against that same team in the UEFA Europa League final, making him the first African to achieve such feat. So it tells you why everybody is looking for Ademola Lookman. He netted a stunning hat-trick to secure the trophy for Atlanta, and he has not shown any sign of slowing down this season, and has already scored 7 goals and provided 5 assists from just 12 games. So it tells you he's truly on fire. Though Atlanta were able to hold him for last season in terms of during the transfer summer window, they may be forced to cash in on him anytime soon, with several top clubs vying for his signature following another impressive season. Meanwhile, Madrid are preparing for a possible departure of their star forward Vinicius Jr., with Al Hilal reportedly preparing a record-breaking 300 million euros bid for the Brazilian, whose transfer fee could eclipse Neymar's 222 million euros move to Paris Saint-Germain from Barcelona in 2017. So we'll be watching keenly to see what plays out. Would Ademola Lookman finally make it to Real Madrid? That's definitely going to be a dream come true, and it's going to be a plus for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That's how we call it a wrap on today's edition of the program Talk Sport. My name is Anthony Momo, the King of Sport. Thank you for joining me on today's exciting edition of the program Talk Sports. Good morning.